Hello truckers and welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We are northwest of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we are headed over to, I believe, Minnesota, and then through North Dakota, and then on our way into Montana. I don't know if I'll get that far today or not, but we will see. As I kind of sneak out in front of this car over here. Yep, they're letting me through. Thank you very much. On the road. So yeah, we started this whole trip with this load here from Portland, Maine, and we got to bring it over to Thompsonburg or Thompson Falls, Montana. So that's why we're kind of heading the northern route, the I-90 of the upper US. And like I said, we are just northwest of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I do believe we'll be going through Minneapolis, Minnesota later on today. We're not that far from there anyways. Overall, we still got 1,426 miles on the trip. It needs to be there on a Monday, right? Yeah, so we are looking okay on mileage here. As I wait for this car beside me to get going so I can move over myself. Alright, there we go. Speed limit is only 65 on this interstate, so we can do 70 without getting a ticket. Today is Saturday, so all day. Yeah, so I mean, in some sense, we could get there by the end of Sunday, which would be great. A day sooner than it needs to be there. Oh, I need to merge over to another interstate already. Okay, we're moving quickly here. I thought I had more time when I looked at the map, but you never know when you're on the interstate, because the map may look like it's a far ways off, but then you find out it isn't. Fargo, Minneapolis, that's where we need to go, or at least go through. Oh, those brakes are touchy this morning, probably a little bit cold. No traffic coming, that's good. All right, so yeah, can we make it into Montana today? That'd be, that might be stretching it, but I think we might. We'll see as far as we get. So I did ask, I think it was last episode as well, we're setting up to buy ourselves another truck, and I asked, should we just buy a truck for the Dallas garage and get a driver in there, or should we buy a truck for us and give them our truck? And only a few comments came in on the subject, and both of them said that we should be trading in the Cascadia. I'm not trading in the Cascadia, but trade the Cascadia to our driver and we get another truck ourselves. So currently, that's what we will do. Will we have enough when we get to Thompson Falls, Montana? We're sitting at 123,000. I think 160,000 is what we're looking for. Now, someone went through, and apparently the two brands I really have not purchased for ourselves and driven are the Peterbilt and the Western Star. So it's looking like those are the two brands we got to kind of shoot for. So we shall see. I think it'll be just either one of those brands. Once we cover all the brands, then we can start going back to other brands that we have driven, but try out different styles. So like we had the Kenworth W900, we can take, we can buy another Kenny, just not another W900. Just get a different style is all. Speed limit's still only 65? Yeah, it's only 65 through here, so I should be slowing down. Although I need to anyways, because, well, there's a car in front of us. Yeah, we just like to get there, I would hate to have like an extra 100 miles to do on a Monday morning and deliver it, and then turn around and try to go somewhere. But, as sometimes will be the case. But I get the feeling, though, that we're going to get a detour when we get to Montana somewhere. So I'm ready for it. I won't be happy about it, but I'll be ready for it. I expect it to happen. Seems like on the long trips I always get a detour. Let me go ahead and put the cruise control on. Because it's all interstate that we're taking all the way into Montana, and I do believe all the way over to Thompson, almost all the way over to Thompson Falls. I keep wanting to say Thompsonburg. But either way, you know what I'm talking about. So when we do purchase a truck, some lucky driver will get this truck, hand it on over. At least that's the plan for now. And then hiring a driver won't be too difficult. Just try to get the highest rated driver that we can, so they can earn us more money. Ernest? Who's Ernest? Earn us more money. And that's the kind of the whole key, because we still got a big bill to pay. But you know what? We're knocking it down faster than I thought. Because at one point we did owe just about $2 million. And I think we cut into half of that. Which, you know, I'm not paying off anything more than what the loan takes. So that's just daily payments of $6,000. I was going to say, that car better take that exit after it slowed down like that, or else I'm not going to be happy. Okay, we do got a tandem trailer behind us, so got to make sure I swing it wide, but maybe not that wide. Do I get my own lane when I come up here? I think I did the same thing with the rear trailer. I think the rear trailer again kind of jumped the curb a little bit. I'm picking up bad habits from Alaskan road truckers. I just know it. So it'd be good to get back onto some non-interstate roads here. They're trying to get me back into the groove. But that's not going to happen until we get almost all the way through Montana. Okay, so speed limit is still 65 up through here. Seems like the further south we go, the faster the speeds get on the interstates. Yeah, we got some trees to look at, so that's kind of nice. Not complete bare bones up through here. Now, if we can get our mileage down, of course you move over just as soon as I do. If we get our mileage down to... Why are you going way over there? Okay, you do you, sir, or ma'am. As long as we get our mileage down to 700 miles left to go by the end of the day, we should be able to make it there by the next day. And we are getting paid like 10 grand for this whole trip. Yeah, just a little bit over 10 grand. So that'll help us on out. Yeah, I think 160,000 is roughly what we're going to need to buy ourselves a truck that I would prefer. I don't know how much the Western Stars or a good Peterbilt will cost us, but I'm guessing like 160 is what they really go for. If I go for like real high-end modded trucks, it can be like 250,000 that I've spent on a truck before. But with in-game trucks, probably 160 to 180 is something we can definitely throw something together that's going to fit my preferences. I mean, I always look for like 600 horsepower, and then try to pick a gearbox with like 12, 13 speeds, a sleeper cab, which doesn't really matter too much in this game. But it's nice to have the sleeper cab. This looks better. Well, hello, Minnesota. Alright, this car for the past few minutes has been kind of in the way and acting weird, so it's... We've all had those moments on the interstate where you just get around the car and it seems like their driving style and yours just don't mix. They're either driving just a little bit too slow, but not slow enough where you feel like you want to pass them, but slow enough to where it annoys you to where you want to pass them. And then you get around them and they decide to speed up and go around you, and they're just always around you, basically. That's the way I feel like this car in front of us is doing right now. get back over to here since there's no traffic over here. Speed limit is 70 now. I just need to get out of this traffic. It's just yeah, thank you. Move over. Thank you. Of course, now that we're going uphill a bit. Minneapolis, how you doing? Speed limit 70, so yeah, we can do 75. Although going that fast right next to the barrier on the side of this interstate is not something I prefer doing, but I feel like my steering has leveled out a little bit. Alright, set the cruise control for 75. Now I like to get over to that middle lane. There, trying to get myself in a comfortable position here in the interstate so we can just cruise for a bit. I did see that patch 1.49 is an open beta. So sometime soon that should be coming on out. If you decide to do the open beta stuff, just always try to remember that most of your mods may not work if you're using mods at all. If you decide to go to the open beta, most of them may not work at all. Just be aware of that. It's why I've been asked before, how come I don't show off, go in the open beta and show off what's coming up? Because a lot of the mods I would use will not work. Especially if they done a change on the maps themselves, because then the coast-to-coast map will overlay maybe parts of the base game maps, and that will crash your game instantly. I even forgot what I'm even hauling back there. Well, it's clothes. 34,000 pounds, which is your average weight here in ATS. Well, it's good to see that Minnesota does have some foliage on the side of the roads. That's our loan payment. I didn't hit nothing, I promise. I swear that loan payment is getting earlier and earlier every time. It used to be like pretty close to noon. And now it's almost like 10:15 in the morning where they're taking my money. They're trying to get an extra payment out of me is what they're trying to do. At least we got past that car that was kind of bothering me back in Minneapolis. They might be right behind me, who knows, getting ready to pass me for all I know, but as for right now, they're out of my hair, whatever little hair I got left. I actually wouldn't mind giving the Western Star next a try, So maybe we can kind of guesstimate or start looking for the Western Star dealerships where they're at, and we can go there. It used to be when we were doing the series, I used to say, well, whatever, when we have the money to buy another truck or exchange trucks, it's whatever dealership we run into next that we haven't used. But since we got down to just 2, and maybe a while before I just run into a Western Star or, well, Peterbilt used to be everywhere on the map, but I think what they've done after introducing other brands of trucks, because when the game started, it was just Peterbilt and Kenworth, Packard builds. So they were just everywhere. They're probably just taking some of those dealerships and changing them over. I will say, this is a very smooth interstate that we're on. Is that a cop car? I think it is. Speed limit is 70, so we're okay. I mean, that cop car is kind of tailgating the truck in front of them. Maybe they're trying to get better fuel mileage by getting in the draft of the truck. But I would call that tailgating. Not a car around us right now. That's nice. It's the way you want it. Wonder what kind of clothes we're bringing from Portland, Maine all the way over to Thompson Falls, Montana. It's not me to question what's in there. It's just my job just to get it there with no damage. But it is nice though, just as I know, I say it often enough, it's just nice to see the trees on the side of the road. I'm pretty sure maybe when we get into North Dakota, we might see just a whole bunch of bare bones. Hauling a tandem also, aren't you there, fella? Kraft Heinz. Whole bunch of, maybe ketchup in the front, mustard in the back. I do believe we're still on the I-90. But we should be all the way, like I said, through into Montana. It might be a combination of the I-90, I-94. Speed limit still says 70, so comfortably going 75. Looks like we've been up through this part, though. You can see the interchange up ahead was already turned over to yellow, so that means we've been through here. Hello, North Dakota. It looked like I had like a statue of a deer next to the state sign. Well, everyone was in this lane, now they're getting on over. Okay. Bismarck and Billings. Well, Billings, Montana, that's where we're kind of headed through. Now, maybe there's no trees in North Dakota because, I've seen some pictures of North Dakota, and it kind of looks like this in some areas, so... Actually, some little houses on the side. Interesting. That I was not expecting to see. Oh, speed limit is 75 on this part of the interstate. Gotcha. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow, the brakes on this thing. Not quite like the brakes on Alaskan road truckers. I'm glad no one was behind me because I hit the brakes rather hard there, I guess. Had to put her all the way down in 9th gear. That's how much I slowed down. Has there been anyone that's completed a delivery today as we've been driving? I'm not too sure about that. Oh, now this truck will be this. That's the second time I was getting ready to go around you. I realized you want to go around the truck. Now I got to shift right back down to 9th gear again. Just as soon as I get my speed back. Mr. Jim Palmer. I'm not really sure any drivers have brought any money in today, but we did check at the end of the last episode. They were all cycling through and doing what they should be doing. So, at some point, it could be one of those nights I go to bed and wake up and have an extra $50,000 in the bank account. All right, Mr. Jim Palmer, you were slowing down to 40 to pass the other truck. And now we're doing 72, and I can't even catch you. You're acting like the other driver did back in Minneapolis. Look at that, 76, and I'm having a hard time catching him now. I've been giving some praise to the AI traffic in ATS. When I mean I've been giving them praise, I've been saying, for AI traffic, it's about the best I have seen for traffic. And someone did leave a comment and did complain about the traffic in ATS. And valid complaints on what they were saying. But then I fall back to is like, well, where do you see better AI traffic? I mean, I don't play it, I don't play all the games with AI traffic, but the ones I do play, this traffic seems to be, the best I have seen. It just has its quirks, of course. I mean, we have seen cars just randomly change lanes, and you're trying to figure out why would they change lanes there. But then again, in real life, don't we see drivers just randomly being in the left-hand lane on the interstate with no cars around them? And you're coming up behind them and you got to pass them in the right-hand lane. So, I'm not saying ATS traffic is perfect, it's fabulous, but I'm saying as far as I've seen, it's pretty darn good AI traffic for games, as far as I'm concerned. Just my opinion. Let's see, how are we doing on the mileage? 884. So if I can knock off another 180 miles. Ooh, but it is 2 o'clock. Alright, I mean, that should be doable. I mean, we're doing more than 60 miles an hour. Actually, I'm going to set the cruise control for 78. We are in the 75 zone. So that's more than reasonable. But of course, it also comes down to finding a rest area at the perfect time. I hope we're not an hour short of getting somewhere, or, you know, that would kind of suck, losing an hour. I think we started the day with 1,400 and something, so getting it down to 7, that's more than half. I would like to get back into Montana today. And I do plan, once I complete this delivery, I want to update the coast-to-coast map, because I don't think I've updated it since ages, and it just got updated a few weeks ago. At least last I checked. The last update I saw was October 31st. So I would like to get that updated, but I'm pretty sure when patch 1.49 comes out, it'll be updated for that. And 1.49 has been an open beta now for like a week or so. And if it all goes well, they'll push it out sooner rather than later. Bismarck. So we are approaching the western side of North Dakota. Hey, a driver completed a delivery. And where we go after we finish this delivery, I really don't know. If you think back a ways, we were up near Seattle, Washington, and we did that long episode, 3.5 hour episode, of going from Seattle, Washington, all the way down to Palm Coast, Florida. Then from there, we went up the East Coast, up to Portland, Maine, and now we're cutting back over to Montana. I think we'll just get back to maybe just seeing what loads are available and going with that. One other thing I could be doing is going onto Steam and seeing what achievements I haven't done in certain states, and maybe trying to accomplish some of them. So if it, you know, deliver cattle or whatever it may be, I could maybe start taking some of those loads. And yeah, someone did ask, did I complete the Halloween event? Yeah, I think I mentioned that in last episode, but in case you missed it, I did complete the Halloween event. I did that on my other profile. I took the lovely route from Ely, Nevada, down to Tonopah, Nevada, and just kept going back and forth. It's a nice 125-mile trip both ways. You can find the external contracts when you finish one delivery. You can find another external contract right at that same company, going back right from the same company you just took the previous load. And you just keep going back and forth, back and forth. It's like not even a 10-minute drive back and forth. You can knock off those external deliveries really, really quick. Don't tell ATS that. I think overall, to get all 13 deliveries done, it was like 2 hours worth of doing external contracts. You can probably go a lot quicker if you want to follow the traffic rules and laws. Just go through the couple of stoplights that are in Ely. I think it's Ely, Nevada. It's got the stoplights that you have to manage around. Just a couple of them. You can knock them off real quick. And actually, by the time you see this video, you got a couple more days to get the Halloween event done, I believe, right? It's the 14th of November? I'll have a double check when we get done here. Which I should be doing. Ooh, I hate doing it right here, but I just realized I only got an hour and a half left on my day. Well, I definitely don't want to be here because that's, I mean, that's not that far. That's going to be what here? That's 41 minutes. I mean, can I mean, I think we can. Can we make it to here? Well, that's where we're going. 2 hours and 4 minutes. That's where we're going. Can I not pin? See, you can't pin the location, so I'm just going to pin that. That way I know I gotta move off there. So maybe driving just a little bit over, but I didn't want to stop an hour short. We try to keep it to driving the 11-hour workday and then resting for 14 or whatever it is. What do I sleep for 8? And I advance it by 3. So that's 11 hours. Yeah, 11 hours, something like that. You know what I mean? Numbers don't quite add up there, but basically we drive from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Trying to go by the restrictions that truckers face in the States. Kind of. We don't take our mandatory half-hour breaks here and there, but we try to do it somewhat realistic. Well, the lane just shuts down. I was looking for the sign to see what lane was shut down. I did not see it right away. I definitely missed it. Not gonna say probably. I must have missed it because I didn't see it. So this would have been the rest area I first clicked on coming up. As the sun goes down here in the fall time. Yeah, I'm not ready for, in real life, the winter time, which is shown itself a few times where I live already. I mean, yeah, it is November, and where I live, snow in November, you should expect that. I'm just not ready for it. As the fog rolls in, wow, that is some heavy, heavy fog, man. So what you do when it's foggy, you speed up. That's what you want to do. Although maybe not, I just realized I'm doing 86 miles an hour. Maybe not that fast. We put the cruise control back on, which will slow me back down to probably, I forgot what I set it for. But we are going downhill. I just have a little bit concerned when I go from the coast to coast map onto the base game map. Only because it has been a while, like I said, since I've updated the map. So I hope the roads are connected. If we fall through the map, then we know. Then we know they're not technically connected. I learned that lesson in my early days at BTS2 when I was using Pro Mods, and I didn't realize Pro Mods had an update to the map. And it looked like, just like it did here, it looked like the road was going straight on through, and then I just fell right through the road and just fell forever. So like an idiot, I just reloaded the game back to a quick save, did the same thing, fell through the map. And that's when I learned That's the thing. You got to update your maps. I just got back over in this lane because it is approaching 5 o'clock. And I assume my exit will be coming up within the next half hour in-game. And for as foggy as it is and the traffic backing up, I just figured let's get on over here and prepare ourselves. But this fog, along with the sunset and getting dark, sure has made visibility almost down to nothing. I didn't even check, though. Was is the rest area in Montana, or are we still going to be in North Dakota when I get there? That I did not see. The traffic certainly has slowed down quite a bit. I have mentioned this before. There is a mod for realistic traffic. I thought about doing that a long time ago. But after reading the mod, I got nervous about it. I'm like, no, let's not install that. Just because it'll just make the traffic worse. Okay, so this is our exit coming on up. And I don't think I saw the sign that said "Welcome to Montana." Alright, this is where we're spending the evening. Look at that, 700 miles to go exactly. So how about that? Now I want to take up as many parking spaces as I can. $4.82 for diesel. Fill her on up, and we'll double check to see what state we're in other than confusion, because I don't know if I'm in Montana or North Dakota still. $7.99 for diesel. And it says this whole area out here is for parking, so and I'm just going to park it just like this. I'll be happy with it. Alright, so 5:25. So I didn't drive that much later past our time. But where are we exactly? I did not check. We did make it to Montana. Glendive. Boy, I don't remember the name of that city there. But we'll be heading down to I-94. So we're not taking... Is that part of I-90? No, I-90 is actually down here. So my bad. We took I-94, not I-90. I thought they were kind of combined somewhere. Either way, never been through there in real life myself. But anyways, yeah, I'll be going to Glendive, Miles City, Billings, 700 miles, all the way over to Thompson Falls, which we should get there in next episode. And after that, who knows? Let's go ahead and we'll check on our drivers quickly to make sure no one is stuck back at their home garage. So they're all driving. Or they're all resting on the road. No one is stuck at the garage again, so that seems to be working out rather well. But let's have a quick look at not truck manager, truck dealers. And if we just do Western Star, there is one here. Not sure what city that's in. Oh, Helena. There is one in Lewiston. So there's a couple really close to Thompson Falls. There's actually one in Missoula that I haven't seen yet, but with one Western Star here and one there, more likely not. Peterbilt? No? Alright, so... but the question is, will we have enough money because we should be there tomorrow. We're just below 120. Yeah, we're at 119,326. So, well, anyways, we'll see. But yeah, the two people did comment on what we should be doing next with our truck. And they said, give them this truck and we move on to another one, which this Cascadia has been very nice. I have enjoyed driving this truck. As I have all the trucks, really. I've got, at first I don't like them that much because I'm not used to it. But then after a couple of days, it's like, yeah, I can get going on this pretty well. But anyways, that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. But until then, have a good one.